on this show. So when we have a guest, you know they are good. Joining us now on the Shell Pennzoil Performance line, legendary businessman and boxing promoter, Bob Arum. Bob, thank you so much for making the time to join Jalen and I.
Thank you. I'm legendary because I'm old, right?
That's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
No, you're legendary because you're not a businessman. You're a businessman.
Yeah, right.
And the business you're here to discuss with us is literally with us because your fight is going to be here on ESPN on July 1st. Who are we going to watch?
Well, Manny Pacquiao hasn't been on free over-the-air television in 11 or 12 years. And thanks to ESPN and Manny, his fight with Jeff Horn from Australia will be live on ESPN starting 9 p.m. New York time and 6 p.m. California West Coast time.
That's exciting. Why did you and Mr. Pacquiao decide that this was going to be the fight that was going to go on over-the-air television?
Boxing really needs the most exposure that it can get. And Manny Pacquiao has a tremendous audience in the United States and around the world. And we felt that if we could get Manny on free-to-air television on ESPN, the leader in sports, it would do great for Manny Pacquiao for the future, and it would be really great for the sport of boxing.
Well, we're very excited about this, hopefully the start of a long partnership, but we don't need an introduction to Manny Pacquiao. Even casual boxing fans, even not even sports fans, everyone knows Manny Pacquiao. Tell us who Jeff Horn is and why he will make a good fight.
Good. Jeff Horn was a member of the Australian Olympic team. He's a tough kid. He was a school teacher, retired from being a school teacher, really has a great right hand. He's fought top talent. He's beat guys who, fought Mayweather and fought top fighters. I saw him fight in October when I was in New Zealand for the Parker Andy Ruiz fight, and he can fight. He's really good. I'm not saying he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao, but he's going to give him a terrific fight.
Bob, I was happy to see Manny back in the ring. I know he's dealt with some injuries over the last couple of years. How's he doing, and is he looking forward to doing more fights like this one?
I think he is. Boxing has become almost like an avocation to him, Jalen, because he's a senator in the Philippines. Now, that doesn't sound like much, but there are 24 senators, that's all. 12 get elected every 6 years. And he vowed to the people that he would never miss a session of the Senate. And he's kept to that promise. He can take this fight because it's when the Senate is in recess. He's introduced a lot of bills that have passed. He's a bright rising star in the Philippines, and I really believe that quite soon, within the next 5 or 6 years, he may very well be the president of the Philippines. So we're blessed that he's part of the boxing scene. He'll be fighting July 1st, actually July 2nd, in Australia, July 1st here, and hopefully again by the end of the year and then into next year. And he is looking to fight here guys like Terence Crawford, who is, as you know, one of the best fighters in the world. Errol Spence, another really terrific fighter. So Manny is not ready to hang him up yet. He's also not ready to do exhibitions. He's going to do real fights. That's a dig on his competitor.
Oh, we know.
Shots fired.
One of the things that you do and you've done your career is matching up athletes in one-on-one combative environments. Now, one of Manny's outside interests is basketball. So just in a hypothetical world, if we had a game between Manny Pacquiao and a way over the hill Jalen Rose, who would you think could win that basketball matchup?
Well, first let me tell Jalen a story because he'll appreciate it.
You're dodging the answer.
I was in the Philippines once when Manny was training. So he's fashions himself a great basketball player, and he is the owner of a team and plays on the team.
Yep.
So he asked me to watch a game where he was participating in, and I've never seen anything like it in my life. He got the ball thrown to him maybe 50 times. He has never passed once. Never. Never. It's always was up in the basket. Now, once in a while, he drove to the basket, and nobody would touch him because they didn't want to hurt him. I've never seen a game like that.
That's like watching Barack Obama's games. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to be president of the Philippines one day.
Yeah, Manny has a pretty good shot, and he has a lot of energy and enthusiasm. But as old as Jalen is, I don't think Manny would match him.
Well, you made a brief allusion to the fight that is going to be McGregor Mayweather. What do you think will happen on that night?
They'll make a lot of money because people will buy something that is promoted well, which this will be promoted well. They're not going to see very much of a fight. I mean, for example, I've told people it's a different sport. For one of the great athletes I've ever seen is LeBron James. Mm-hmm. Tremendous. Now, if I put LeBron James in a boxing match with Anthony Joshua, say, it wouldn't be a contest. LeBron, no matter how great an athlete he is, it's a different sport. We've had experiences where guys like Too Tall Jones would go into boxing, and they really couldn't fight a lick because they had to learn the sport, the nuances. Conor McGregor is a great MMA performer, but in a boxing match, he doesn't have any chance to hit Floyd Mayweather in the behind. He's not going to touch him. I mean, Floyd Mayweather is one of the great fighters of our time, but even if Conor McGregor was fighting a 6-round fighter, he wouldn't have a chance. It's a different sport.
Makes a lot of sense. Don't forget, Manny Pacquiao's title defense will be aired right here on ESPN. Pacquiao will face Australia's Jeff Horn in Brisbane, with the fight airing live in the United States on Saturday, July 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And the thing that's important, it's free.
It's free.
You don't have to pay for it. Thanks to ESPN, you'll be able to watch it without going into your pocket.
Look forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us and spending time.
It was great having you.
Thanks a lot, Bob. We
Great being
appreciate
here.
you.
Thank you, Jalen.